Hey everyone, welcome. We're here at the ProveIt conference, and I'm here with Mervin with Itanta Analytics. Mervin, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. So I'm Mervin Betts with Itanta. About 3 years ago, I went to a conference and I saw these guys present, and it absolutely fit a niche in the industry that wasn't covered at all. The ability to build a dashboard in 15 to 20 minutes and can cover a facility with a training time of about 4 hours gives you an incredible lack of technology debt. So it's very easy to integrate the product and bring it into a system. And I do a lot of work in high availability networks like oil and gas industry and water, wastewater. And this is something that fits, there's almost nothing else that can do this in a single solution. So I'm gonna bring the CEO, Prasad Tok, up here to explain to you what we did for ProveIt. But the fact that we did this with all one piece of software, the entire solution, and he's going to explain it to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mervin. I'm excited to see it. Let's hear it. All right, so we're here with Prasad, and he's going to help us understand what is the problem that you solved. Well, first, thank you, Prasad, for being here, the CEO of Itanta.
Thank you.
So, Prasad, what problem did you choose to solve for the ProveIt conference?
So basically, we were given a challenge to get the data from the machines of from manufacturer. The data was coming to us in a UNS, and the UNS had to be taken into our platform, and applications had to be built which were useful for manufacturers. So applications like OEE, alarm management, and then the output of our data was to be written back to the UNS system so that some other applications would consume it. So
yeah. So kind of walk us through how your platform is getting data into it, and then talk about like some of the no-code features of your platform real quick.
Sure. So what we have done here is that we have our own acquisition layer, which can get data from the UNS provided by the ProveIt infrastructure. The data comes into a UNS format, which we consume, or OPC UA. We had the option of MQTT or OPC UA, but we chose OPC UA because we did not want a broker in between. Directly, we could get data from the server. That data is then consumed by our aggregation layer, which contains our database as well as our calculation engine, and where you can create your own formulae, for example, OEE formula, and a purpose-built dashboarding engine, which you can create your own dashboards. Now, the beauty of the platform is, from the acquisition layer to the visualization layer, you don't have to write a single code. You don't have to write a single line of code. It's a total no-code feature. You can configure it within half an hour, right?
Awesome. You want to kind of give me a quick demo of that solution?
Yeah, sure. Our CTO will give the demo of the product.
Okay, let's hear from the CTO. All right, so we're here with Harshad, the CTO of Itanta Analytics. Harshad, welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
And he's going to give us a quick demo of the Itanta platform.
Yeah, so what we did is, for the ProveIt server, as Prasad mentioned, we connected via the OPC UA server. So we have a lot of connectors available with us to connect to any automation systems to get the data. For ProveIt, we use the OPC UA server. Go to the OPC UA server. Yeah, so the OPC UA server, we have configured it to get the tags into our system. So these are the tags which are available on the OPC UA server. You can browse them to see all the hierarchy in our system. You can select the tags that you want and get into our system. Once you do that, you select the time interval for which you want to get the data into the system. We've configured the namespace to give it context to the data that we are getting it. So essentially what we have done is the OPC UA tags are coming to us for each of the parameters that we are monitoring. We have given them context to say that this is for which line, which area, which site, which enterprise, and you can keep adding them as and when as per your requirements. So once the raw data comes to our system, we apply context to it by associating parameters like site, area, line to it. Then we go to the actual application of OEE. Now, what is OEE for our application is a product of availability, quality, and performance. But that doesn't come directly, right? Availability comes from machine runtime, performance comes from in-feed, out-feed, and quality is good parts and bad parts. So you need to apply formula for it. So we have a no-code feature for creating your own formula over here. So what we do is you can just drag and drop components like a performance formula. It looks like this over there. You can drag and drop tags. You can create your own formula so that it starts calculating in the background. Right? So once you do that, we have the raw data, we have context over it, and now we have applied formula, which then can be consumed in a dashboard. So for this dashboard, if you see now, OEE, we can apply filters for which area that we want to select. what is the time frame, everything is configurable over here, right? So this is how the dashboard is built for OE. Now this is completely no code. I'll also show another dashboard which is for alarm analysis.
Okay, let's see it.
That we do. So this is on a sample data that we can create alarm analysis like this. So these are typically total alarms in the system, how many are active, how many are disabled, how many are shelled, and it takes less than half an hour to create this dashboard. Now if we go to the dashboard edit screen, I'll just show you how easy it is to configure this dashboard. Now this dashboard is the screen where you can drag and drop components from the top and you can configure them. Now say suppose you are seeing alarms by priority over here. I want to change this visualization to say a donut. You just select the donut, you apply, it becomes a donut. If you want to change what you are displaying over here by severity, if you want to change it to say line, I want to see the alarms by line, you just change the column over there, apply it, and then it goes by line. So this is how easy it is to maneuver through the data when it starts coming into our system.
Okay, can you, for that OEE calculation or that workflow that you showed, how would I publish? Are you publishing that back to the infrastructure?
Yeah, so what we have done is we also have a connector which you can expose the data from our system over different connectors. So this is the data that we have published for each of the presses. Excellent. Over there, right? So we can get from our historian over MQTT, we can give it over OPC UA server, MQTT, SQL, so we can publish it there.
I think one of the things that's instantly standing out to me is that the runtime environment and the development environment are one and the same.
Absolutely. So this is all controlled by user management. Any user who has access to runtime, he can just see these dashboards. Anybody who has admin access, he can edit the dashboards, do the changes and publish them.
Without having to switch to another application.
Absolutely not.
That's really awesome. And without having to write a single line of code, which is impressive.
Exactly.
So is there anything else you want to share with the live demo?
Yeah. So what we have apart from the normal dashboarding solution is we can create bespoke analytics with our new GenAI prompt-based approach. What you need to do is, right, we have given a prompt where you can ask your questions and we'll give you answers. So see, suppose we ask this question, show me the top 10 lines where average dashboard runtime is the highest. It goes to the model and gives you the visualization that you have asked. You can create your own visualizations, create your own analysis based on generative AI. The beauty of this solution is we don't send the data to the cloud. We just send the schema to the cloud and get the query output, then do the analysis on-prem over here on this machine and show these visualizations.
How does it know which visualization to show for this? Because that's pretty cool that you're able to do that.
Correct. So we have that intelligence built in to see how the data needs to be massaged to show which visualization, and we can also take inputs from the users on the visualization. So
that's pretty cool to have that output in a format that's easily consumable by industrial and data analysts. So I'm curious, it looks like you guys spent a lot of time on this. So my question is, how long did it take you guys to configure this? Because it's a no-code platform, right? How long did it take you to configure it, and how much does the software cost?
Yeah, so the total cost for building this, the license cost without the GenAI stuff is $10,000.
Okay, is that per year or?
It's a perpetual license with 30% support per year that you will have to pay.
Okay.
The development time, we took around 2 days to build this dashboard, so it's around $2,000. So the GenAI platform is a subscription model, which is around $15,000 a year.
Okay, is it usage based or is it?
So there is no usage based for this right now.
All right, cool. Well, now let's bring Mervin back on the stage to close it out here. Thanks, Prashad.
Thank you.
All right, we're back with Mervin. So I wanted to ask you, Mervin, so like being Itanta Analytics, who is your guys' ideal customer, and why do people really choose to install your platform?
So one of the things with Itanta is it's really low training time just to build a dashboard. It's about a 4-hour training cycle, where if you look to build any of the other products typically that are more sort of plant floor operations or SCADA related products, they're probably in the hundreds of hours of training because you have to be a real control systems expert because you might mess something up. Okay. We don't do any writes, so you can't really mess our stuff up. I mean, we publish, but we actually don't do writes back to the plant floor. So very safe environment. You don't need your 4 years of engineering school or any of those types of things. You need to be a person that needs data. And so that person, we've tried to democratize SCADA so that the people that need the data can get the data without having to put together a whole project that involves a plethora of people and a bunch of different software.
Awesome. So you're truly enabling a organization to have citizen developers with that real low learning curve. So, Mervin, thanks for sharing that. We're here at the ProveIt conference. What has been your best takeaway or the most exciting thing that stood out to you here?
So number one, fantastic community. We don't get a chance very often to go to a conference that's completely geared towards us. We're pretty excited because we solved it with one piece of software as opposed to a bunch of pieces of software.
Okay.
So for us, that was a fantastic win. We felt we're pretty cost effective and competitive. I mean, a $12,000 total cost for our solution, kind of when we saw some of the other stuff, so it was quite a bit higher. So we feel that's a real win. And just the whole concept, and it's just a really exciting place to be in something new, and to take a risk like this is very impressive.
Thank you. Do you have any final calls to action or comments for the audience?
Yeah, so download our software, Itanta Analytics. We give you a 30-day free trial. If you need a longer trial, we'll certainly extend it for you. Get a hold of us. I work for a company called BetSem Controls, and we handle the Americas. We have an excellent support group between my team and the Itanta team, so if you spend more than 5 minutes with it, but download it and prove it yourself.
Yeah, there'll be links to download Itanta Analytics. There's really not a whole lot of reason not to download it, with it being cost effective and easy to get started with. So links below to download Itanta Analytics, and as well as to connect with the team. Thank you, Mervin.
Thank you so much. It's fantastic.
See you guys.